Okay, I'm making a video on Bitshares. This is the second video I'm making, and the reason I'm making the video on Bitshares is because Bitcoin crashed a couple days, like the past week. It went from 13,000 down to 8,000, well, down to a low of 7,500, and I just wanted to make a video on Bitshares. And this time it's more of a technical analysis where I'm actually looking at the charts of it. So let's see the chart that I got right. Let's see. This is something I came across on BitShares possible movement. Um, the guy who made the chart was Panda Monster. And basically what he's showing is the trends it's moving in. He's showing that, here was the high, and this is like the high mark. This is the high mark, and then this is the low mark. So this is where it hit its lows, and this is the low line, which hopefully we get to stay away from. And then this is the high line. But according to him, let's see. Hold on, let me get that out of the way. Let's see. According to him, there are two possibilities, and I would like your not recommendation. What's the word? I would like your feedback on what you think. If you think that this is true, I actually sort to agree with him, because even though I woke up this morning and Bitcoin was at 8,500 when it was at 9,400 yesterday, I actually tend to agree with him because it looks like Bitcoin is starting to slowly creep back up. Okay, so it says there are two possibilities for Bitshares now, but both of them will lead us to previous local all-time highs, minus 1.87%. So almost all-time highs with the lowest one, just a little bit less of a minus 8.1%. Everything now depends on Bitcoin. And I agree with him on that. If Bitcoin continues to go down, it's going to be hard in order for us to, or in order for all altcoins, because you saw when Bitcoin was plummeting, and if you went to coinmarketcap.com just a couple days ago, and then you click top gainers, the top gainers were maybe three coins. It was Z-Lancer, and I can't remember the other two coins. So everything depends on Bitcoin right now, and I agree with him on that. If it goes up, BitShares will follow it. As I said in my previous video on BitShares, when Bitcoin does good, BitShares does good. I don't know what correlation that has, but that has been a steady type of thing where BitShares goes up when Bitcoin goes up. And a lot of other altcoins go up too, but I see something with BitShares where it's very attached to the Bitcoin platform. Okay, so it says if BitShares goes up, we can have a breakout of the triangle. There are also some good news for BitShares, which can influence this price. BitShares has been upgraded to B on the wall, on the well-respected to Weiss cryptocurrency ratings. I'll have to look that up and see what it is. Maybe I'll do that in this video. And Leak Exchange is going to list BitShares and also implement its blockchain. So that's a big thing. So I don't know how big Leak Exchange is, because we have so many exchanges nowadays that I'm actually not familiar with that exchange. But if they're going to implement BitShares blockchain, and BitShares has its own exchange, That's very good. Also yesterday, this guy says, also yesterday I had a conversation with the owner of a big ICO. I can I can't tell you his name, and he told me that he is going to use Bitshares blockchain for his tokenized, like basically he, because with Bitshares you can create your own token. So, the more people who catch on to this and use it are going, that's going to make the price go up. In addition, Ethereum, okay, so back to all-time high, back up here, just on the top. That is just a type of coin, Ethereum. Okay, so never mind. So that has nothing to do with what I said before. So these are just the prices and of certain coins that are going down. So scratch what I said before. Okay, that's why I'm almost sure the price of Bitshares is a good coin to buy. So I have Poloniex. I have Coin Exchange. I have Bitshares. I don't have the Bitshares exchange, but I have Poloniex. I have Coin Exchange. I have Robinhood. I have Bittrex. I have Bitfinex. And the one problem with Poloniex is, right, even though the price has been pretty consistent with the rest of the market, is if you look at a coin like Vcash, when they take away the ability to withdraw and deposit, right? Like here, let me show you really quick. Okay, Telegram. Okay, BitShares. I have a small amount of money in Poloniex because Poloniex is a type of exchange that I just don't want a lot of money in it. I got 0.01954 328, and it's all in BitShares right now. And it's in the plus from when I put it in. Litecoin was looking good. That would have been a good investment on its low. This is another thing that I want to mention. When the prices are really low, like when the price of Bitcoin's low and everything's crashing, build up on your Bitcoin. Buy Bitcoin. If Bitcoin's for 8,500 to 8,000 and you don't buy it now, you're going to regret it. You're going to regret it a real lot because the price is going to go back up. This isn't the fall of Bitcoin. All right. Bitcoin was only worth $1,000 maybe 5 or 6 months ago. And then people who were new to Bitcoin thought, well, that's the norm, that it keeps going up and up and up and up and up. When in reality, in any market, in stock markets, in old markets, in cryptocurrency markets, a coin will skyrocket and then there's usually a correction. Bitcoin never had its correction. That's why it went all the way back down to 7,500. But after every correction in the past, and if you want to go on trends, and I've realized that charting is a really good trend. Maybe I could show you guys a quick example where charting is very good to know when to buy and when to sell. Sometimes it's more hard to buy. Sometimes it's more hard to sell at the correct price, but basically, let me see if I could pull up some type of chart. Alright. Okay, so let's use this as an example, right? Alright, so right around here, we could say, like, if we put a line right there, when this shot up like this, and this started to go down, you get out maybe right here, because you're like, all right, it's going down. After two red lines, I usually try to get out and then get back in where it was trending before, which is right here basically, like right around that, which would have been 35.87. And then when you do that, you get out, you have your Bitcoin, safe. It's just in Bitcoin. And then you hop back in. Maybe you wouldn't even hop back in right there if you're really paying attention. I usually like to get in after two nice um, two nice lines. So maybe you should wait until it starts to. Maybe you should have waited to get in even here. That looks like it would have been a good spot to get in. It might have went down a little bit right afterwards, but then it shot back up. And then you got 1, 2, and then 3, and it's a red line. There's not two green lines next to each other. So you're gonna want to get out again, and then it goes, and then basically what I'm trying to say is that if you know what you're looking at when you're doing the charts, you're gonna make a lot more money. And basically what I'm saying is a lot of people make this mistake of buying when it's up 30% or up 40% or up 100% because they've seen coins go up 200% in one day. And yes, you might get lucky and that might be great, but you want to buy, even though the price must have messed this up, you want to buy after um, where it can create a bull market, where it goes one and then right here you buy in, and if you have a good amount of money you make 5 or 10%, and then you get out, and then you rebuy back in when it's low. So right there, once it starts to go down, because if you keep holding, so like this is more for day traders, so if you keep holding, it's going to go down. A perfect example of when holding doesn't do you well. All right, I'm going to actually show you some of my buy orders from a long time ago when Bitcoin was around $1,000, and show you how holding on to altcoins is not always the best strategy. And that is with XRP. When it was just one second. When it was XRP, when I bought XRP, I bought it for really cheap, under a penny, right? It was a long time ago. Bitcoin was under $1,000, and it was right before it went from like a penny or half a penny to, let's see, to it went from half a penny to a penny to about 20 cents, or maybe like 10 or 15 cents. But if you're trying to build Bitcoin, like I said, I only got around $200 in this account. I have a lot of my money in Robinhood. That's a really good coin. Let's see. And I want to see. Oh, my trades and analysis history. Okay, so here, this is what I'm talking about. Okay, XRP. Analyze. Okay, so with XRP, you could see that I'm up 0.5520. So I'm up almost over half a Bitcoin. So it's not like I know what I'm doing, and you can see, like, I had a total of 43,081. All right, so that's awesome. But let's see if I can show you what I'm talking about. I lined some out, I did all that stuff. But okay, so let's see if I can tell you what I'm talking about. Where is it? Okay, here we go. So this is what I'm talking about. Even though Bitcoin, so when Bitcoin was worth 1,000 or when it was cheaper, so let's say if Bitcoin goes to 100,000 by the end of the year, and you're holding on to your altcoins, when I sold this, I sold it for 1,800 Satoshi. It went up to 22,000 Satoshi. It went up even higher. But if you take that Satoshi at the time when I purchased it and you take it now, it being at 9,000 Satoshi is maybe quadruple the price that, like you see over here, the recent XRP. This is worth less than all right, this, yeah, that 6,000 Satoshi is worth more than this, because at the time Bitcoin was so cheap that a Satoshi didn't cost as much. So sometimes you're better off just leaving your money in Bitcoin, because if the coins aren't going to follow suit, like Litecoin, people made money off of XRP. Um, they did all of that stuff, but they would have been better off selling at, like when I sold, and then waited maybe like 6 or 7 months, or not even, and they would have had all that Bitcoin, and they could have bought a lot more XRP and when it's traded against the Bitcoin, it's not traded against the dollar. You would have had a lot more XRP Ripple. So that's another thing. A lot of people say hold your coins, HOLD, or HODL, whatever. It's not always the best strategy to hold your coins, especially with people saying Bitcoin's going up to 20,000. I mean, to 20,000 has already been 20,000, 100,000, or $1,000,000. If that $1,000,000 and you have 0.01 Bitcoin, that's $10,000. You have 0.1 Bitcoin, that's $100,000. So all I'm trying to say in this video is the trend that Bitshares is heading in. Bitcoin's at a low price in comparison to what it was a while ago. So these are just a couple things that I came across. Holding your coin is not always the smartest idea. People who bought Sia coin, that wasn't a great idea, and that was a big hype. And yeah, I think that I got my point across. Basically just trying to tell you that it's not always smart to hold your coins. Sometimes it's better off just keeping them in coins like Litecoin. I really like Litecoin right now. It went up to $350 and it's only worth $150 right now. It went all the way down to $107. I picked up a couple of those because that's a great buy. But Litecoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin, obviously, I'm telling you, you have one Bitcoin, like, if somehow you have a couple of Bitcoin, in a couple years, that might be more profitable than holding on to your altcoins, because if the price doesn't increase dramatically with the altcoin that you're invested in, the Satoshi is not going to be as much as it was. You might make money from it, like fiat cash, but you won't make as much cash as you could have made if you would have just had all of your money just in Bitcoin, at least in the year of 2018. So yeah, thank you for watching. I appreciate all of your views I would like any type of feedback, anything along those lines helps my channel get better. When you like my video, it spreads to more people. The more views I get, the more spreads I get. I don't even have 10,000 views on all my videos yet. I'm at 5,000. When I get to 10,000 views, YouTube is going to be able to look at my channel and then decide whether it should be monetized or not. So I'm not making any money off these videos either. So if you can click like and subscribe, I do this for you guys because I want everyone to make money. I think it's stupid, the society we live in. I feel that a lot of people are secretive with their trading strategies. They want to sell them. They want to say, hey, come take my course. I say, excuse my French, fuck all that shit. Let's all help each other. Let's all make money. You have a great day. This is Bitcoin and Altcoin Now signing out. And thank you for watching. Please click like and subscribe.